The Pirate's Treasure, another arranged marriage series, Book 4. Written by Lisa Oliver. Narrated by Kevin Earlywine. Prologue. From the epilogue of an article of lies. On a cliff above the Gunkermal port. The tall man, clad in a dark cloak, used his telescopic eyeglass to sweep across the hills and cliffs, down to the hustle and bustle of the dock below. There were ships in, but there was only one the observer was interested in. You're finally home. And look at you, striding around acting so important. I wonder if you'd be so cocky if you were naked on my bed, he chuckled. The man he had his sights on had always come across dominating in every way. It was only because of... Captain! Captain! Letting the arm holding his eyeglass drop, the man scowled at the huffing body climbing up the hill toward him. There's been another one of those messages, the ones with the fancy crest. It was waiting at the Byron bar. Give it to me. The tall man held out his hand for the message waving in the air. He never worried about anyone reading his messages. Most of his crew weren't literate, one of his many disappointments. Tell the crew we'll stay moored out of sight for a few days. They can go into town, but they are not to cause any trouble. Understood? Go to town? No trouble. The huffing man was already heading back down the hill. Sighing, the remaining man flung back his cloak from his face, breaking the wax seal on the message. Scanning the few short sentences, he looked back down at the docks. The royal party, King Caspian and his consort, King Nikolas, were laughing with each other as they made their way from the ship to a waiting carriage. But the man on the hill looked beyond them and smiled as he saw the object of his dreams organizing the removal of bags from a pile on the gangplank. I think it might be time to visit my brother, seeing as he asked so nicely. I wonder if I'll get invited to stay for dinner. The man laughed softly. For a chance to get closer to you, my bristly friend, it would be worth the risk of getting arrested. Snapping his eyeglass closed, it and his message were placed carefully in one of the deep pockets of his pants. The man wrapped his cloak around his body again and checked that his hood was obscuring his face. With one last look at the object of his attention, still supervising the luggage transport down by King Nikolas's ship, the tall man slipped away into the shadows of the trees, away from the Gunkermal castle.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?